internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. I don't even know where to start because what just happened in the last few days is absolutely insane to me because we are not in a market. We are in a circus. That's what it is. And we saw $20 billion get liquidated, vanish from the crypto markets in a matter of hours. And remember, this was a coordinated reset. This wasn't just based off of Trump's tweet. It had an impact on it, absolutely, putting 100% tariffs on China. But guess what? Trump wanted to tweet again today, and that is why the markets are in the green. And we're going to get into what he said because, like I said, this liquidation was engineered with pretty much surgical precision. Like, this was absolutely insane because everything got erased. Every position got erased. I mean, you got Crypto losing millions of dollars. You have Carl from the Moon losing millions of dollars.
Actually got liquidated badly here on some altcoin trades. In fact, my XRP trade, which was at $1.5 million in a profit, gone. My Solana trade, which was at $1.5 million US in a profit, gone. 11 million US dollars in realized profits, gone.
At least $6-7 million that I lost in the past 12 hours even. So
and it affected everybody, individuals that were leverage trading. But you have to understand that this is the last time they're gonna be able to do stuff like this, because once institutional capital flow comes in, it's game over. This kind of volatility, this kind of liquidations. I mean, guys, take a look at this for a moment, okay? Let's take a moment just to take into consideration what happened in a matter of like 3 hours, okay? XRP was trading at $2.68, and all of a sudden it wanted to go all the way down to $1.20, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm gonna, like, this is just monumental. And I tried getting along at like, $1.24, couldn't fill. I finally got in at $1.80 here. But if you guys got in, and if this thing reverses here, it ate up a lot of liquidity. A lot of liquidity. So right now, there isn't much liquidity built up below. And if this thing reverses, folks, if you got in, under $1.50, that may be your generational bottom trade that you could be holding on to for a very long time. Even my BNB trade had no effect on this dump because we got in earlier before that dump. And the same thing is going to happen getting in now with these generational bottoms. But when you take a look at SUI, for example, take a look at SUI. SUI came down to 83 cents. 83 cents from $3.25. So that was way more than XRP in terms of losses, right? It came from 327 all the way down to 83 cents. Folks, it's insane. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I've been here for a very long time, and I can't believe what we just witnessed. It's like truly remarkable. Like, this is, it's just give yourself a pat on the back. It's just incredible. And so you heard Trump say the 100% tariffs on China, right? This was published October 10th. And, fast forward to 48 hours, October 12th, 11:43 a.m., Trump wakes up and he tweets again saying, "Don't worry about China, it will be fine. Highly respected President Xi just had a bad moment." A bad moment? This individual just erased $20 billion out of the crypto leverage community, and he's talking about a customer service issue? That's literally a bad moment? I mean, you can't make this up. We're literally living through a simulation. At this point, after CV19, folks, the world is I don't think CV19 have to prove it to you, but the world's a stage. Every politician you see, and they're all puppets. It's actually insane how much we know, but there is one way to get out of this, and that is to get into crypto and accumulate as much as you can and generate wealth through this very well-owned system that they're going to generate a lot of wealth through this. Okay, like you got to understand that Trump is manipulating the market. You don't think insiding activities going on and people are buying, their friends are buying, and they're like, okay, here's the thing. I'll get into in a moment how easily this is manipulated. If they want to come together and say, hey folks, we all want to get in. How do we all get in? I want to get in at these low prices. Guess what? You do a coordinated attack on the whole crypto market with your bunch of billionaire friends. Okay, and you cost something. You get everybody on board. You got to understand who these individuals are dealing with. This is not a joke. Okay? This was fully engineered. The exchanges knew, the market makers knew, the institutions sitting on the sidelines knew. Retail didn't. Retail got smoked. And what makes it crazy is that this was the biggest liquidation in crypto history, right? Not 10, not 15, 20 billion. Remember, this was bigger than COVID, Luna, FTX. So, I mean, I cannot wait for the reversal that is going to price out everybody. Like, these prices are going to be only dreamed about. I want you guys to really understand that. Remember, a 50-cent XRP, those days of accumulating is gone, right? It is gone. Now you have the opportunity to mass accumulate XRP under $3. You know, it's right now at $2.53. Maybe you might catch a dip to $2. But realistically speaking, how many people do you actually think filled up 10,000, 5,000, $2,000 bags worth of XRP when it came down to $1.40, when it came down to $1.20? Not many. Because this was very short-lived, okay? It was a matter of minutes that this came down to $1.20 and then started getting bought up. I couldn't even buy or catch. I opened the trade when it was at $1.43, but it didn't open. So I got in at $1.83, and for some reason, my margin when I put more than $80 is $80. Okay, and this was a falling knife that you want to catch when this happens. Okay, 99% of the times they have a major bounce back and a reversal. Well, all the liquidity is cleared up, and I'm getting prepared to enter for my next trades. I'm going to keep you guys posted on Instagram, okay, when I do enter some of them. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. But take advantage of the deposit bonuses for Bitunix. If you deposit $2,000, you get a $400 deposit bonus that you could be trading with to get comfortable and actually not use any of your funds to begin with, okay? But right now, I'm looking into a potential SUI trade. I was honestly right here. I don't know. I was about to open an entry, but I didn't. So I'm going to see what happens here. We have Monday opening up tomorrow. Let's see how the week looks. But, Trump's tweet saying everything's going to be okay, like we said. Remember when I made the video a couple days ago, I said Trump's going to come back and say everything's going to be okay. And he did exactly that. But never forget what, forget about what's happening on a day-to-day activity, on a day-to-day level. Understand that the asset that we are holding, XRP, actually serves a real economic incentive. Okay, so, and everybody knows that. As much as you guys may say that it's delusional, XRP is never going to go to $100 or $50, the best part about it is going to go to $100, 100%. And I know some of you guys don't like my cockiness or my approach to that, saying, you're misleading people. I'm not misleading anybody, okay? Time is going to settle everything, and logically and mathematically, it has to go to those levels. So I'm not misleading anybody. If anything, if you want to blame someone, blame the math behind XRP on how it goes to those levels, okay? I present the information and the smart, intelligent individuals understand it. That's all it is. And that's why I call people that want to bash XRP dumb, because they just don't understand it. There's a reason why you and I resonate. We understand how the value of XRP is going to go. Not because you're stupid, you understand how it's going to go to those levels. So right now, it is an accumulation A race against accumulation. I cannot stress that enough. And right now, this thing better stop, because we are going to see, when this happens, we likely to see a good little bit of a God candle, and then it'll make its way up. So I got to see what I'm going to be doing here on this position. But take advantage of the deposit bonuses for 2-bit and on Bitunix. The link is in the description down below. But never forget, like they all know, even Trump, even Elon Musk, remember back in 2021, he told you it was XRP. This is one of many gematria tweets that we used to back then dissect, remember? But never forget this tweet when he said, Frodo was the underdoge. All thought he would fail, himself most of all. And then there's an image of a big ring of Bitcoin, and it says 1 coin to rule them all. 1 coin to rule them all. And then he has XRP at the top. And when you go to the gematria calculator and you type in Frodo, it's interesting what you get, right? Because in gematria, you got Frodo reversal for XRP. Okay? XRP for Frodo. So 2021, XRP was the underdoge. All thought he would fail, himself most of all. And the best part about all this is, given everything that we have researched, we know that a token that provides deep liquidity to the new world economy is going to be a coin to rule everybody. And that is why I tell you that Bitcoin, XRP, is going to dwarf Bitcoin. Okay? Like, you just gotta, it's just facts, folks. Like I said, it may sound crazy now, but it is going to happen. It logically, mathematically has to happen. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk telling you back in 2021, years of accumulation, we're all sitting on profits very handsomely. The next wave that is going to come is completely going to, it's going to be done. I'll do the math on it, but when people are coming in and trying to accumulate XRP at $4, $5, $6, you're not going to accumulate a lot of stuff. Okay, every day that goes by, every day you don't accumulate. I know some of you guys are running out of dry powder. I totally understand. It's just time is against us, right? And everybody that's holding and accumulating, hold tight, because we hold right. All I got to say is what happened in the last. I still can't I can't wrap my head around what happened. It's just so crazy to me. It is just so crazy to me. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with another video.
But I think the idea of buying and holding forever and not trying to make adjustments requires that you've gotten it right in the first place. That you can only hold tight if you've bought right, if you will. And that is to say, have an asset allocation that has something to do with how many years you have to accumulate money, how much resources you have at stake, how much income you need, and how much courage you have to ride out the peregrinations of the market.
Up this morning, check my bags on the chain. XRPL still humming while the FUD folks complain. Ripple fighting Goliath, yeah, the SSA's game. But Johnny D and Hogan, they're bringing the flame. So we salute to the rebels in suits, to the coders and hodlers wearing dusty old boots. Raise a toast to the ledger and the lawyers who bite, while taco stand dumps through the middle of the night. Damn, Jed, can you chill? Brad G's on the mic saying clarity now, while Shorts codes the stars with the hologram cow wash. The haters keep chirping, but the people ain't blind. This ain't some mean dream, it's the internet spine. Regulators stalling, but the clock's ticking fast. Ripple drops the case like a baseline blast. Communities united from Twitter to the street. We meme through the madness and never admit defeat. Yeah, we salute to the devs and the geeks, to the ledger that clears in seconds, not weeks. To D, to Hogan, to legal delight, and the salty old taco that just loves to spite. Hey Jed, you done yet? Or you got another dump scheduled for lunch? So here's to the warriors, the freaks, and the fans, waving salute tokens like battle flags in hand. It ain't just about coins, it's a movement, a pact. We defend what we build, and we're taking it back. Come on, salute to the ones in the fight. taco stands always leaving. So strong one for Ripple, one for XRP. And raise your guitar for decentralized dreams. This song's for the ledger, the truth and the proof. With a smile and a nod, we say salute.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.